I was tagged by the lovely Avery to do my 13 personal questions tag, and I'm going to be tagging quite a few of you in the down bar too, so if you see your name down there, please do this and leave it as a video response to this video. The first question is, what do you order at Starbucks? I don't know if many of you know this or not, but I actually used to work at Starbucks back in the day. I worked at the Barnes & Noble Starbucks. The reason I quit working there was because I didn't get enough hours. Everybody likes to work at Barnes & Noble because you get like 20% off on books and CDs and music and all of that stuff and DVDs. So a lot of people like would do it as a part-time job. Like they had a full-time job and they would just work part-time there so they could get discounts. But the thing is, I felt really guilty about giving people all these really fatty, sugary drinks. Same reason I quit being a waitress. Like I don't want to be responsible for giving people fatty, gross foods. The Frappuccino is almost 800 calories, I think, for the venti size. It's that's the largest size. So yeah, it goes tall, grande, and venti as far as sizes go, if you're confused on that. I was confused about it till I worked there. But yeah, definitely don't go there very often, if at all. If I do go there, which I haven't for like a couple years, I get soy chai tea. I really enjoy that, and then I just put sugar in the raw into that. I really do need to get an espresso maker for my house because I still know how to do it, so I just need to get one at some point. You can save a lot of money making your own. What is the one thing in your closet that you can't live without? Okay, I'm not really that much into clothing. I might be if they made better clothing and more affordable clothing for plus size girls. There is crap selection for us, and I usually go to thrift stores, so there's not that great of a selection there for women of my size. Absolutely love my wedding dress. It is very retro, kind of Marilyn Monroe-esque wedding gown. It's very beautiful. I do need to have this dry cleaned. It's kind of wrinkly, but absolutely love this dress. It was my wedding dress, and I probably will wear it again at some point. I don't know what I'm going to wear it to, but I absolutely love it. I would never give it away, or I'm always going to keep this. What's one thing that most people don't know about you? That's the next question. I'm pretty open and honest with you guys. I'm pretty much an open book, but let me think. I suppose I could tell you guys where I got my name from. I think that's one thing people don't know about. A lot of people think that my full name is Christina or something like that. My husband even calls me Christina as a joke. My full name is Christy though, Kristy. My mother actually came up with my name in a really kind of stupid way. Like, I love my mom, don't get me wrong. I'm not the craziest about my name, but when she was pregnant with me, she watched a lot of soap operas, and I think there was one called, I think it was Dynasty, don't quote me on that, but one of the characters' names was Crystal, and as a nickname they called her Christy, and so she really liked that and decided to name me after that woman. So she used to like have the perfume too of this woman, I guess. So yeah, I'm named after a soap opera character. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah, most people think of my name, they think of like 1980s cheerleaders or preppy girls or something like that. So it's not necessarily a entirely fitting name for me, but you know, I don't mind it. Not a lot of people have my name, and if they do, it's spelled a different way. One thing that you want to do before you die. Move somewhere really exciting and different than the Midwest. I know my husband wants to stay here because of his family. I would like to go move somewhere totally different than what I'm used to. I would love to move to the Northwest coast. I absolutely love like Seattle, Portland, those areas. I would die to live there because of the artistic community. The weather is really temperate and beautiful there. They have a lot of really nice cultural things. They have tons of vegan and vegetarian restaurants. I mean, I would just be in heaven if I lived there, but probably won't happen, but I definitely at least want to visit there, if not move there. What's the one food you can't live without? Okay, this is very tough because I love food. I'm a foodie. And I always eat different things all the time. I'm always trying to challenge myself to make new interesting foods. So I don't know if there's like one specific food, but I guess it would have to be chocolate. I mean, I live for chocolate. I really love it. I've been trying to limit myself on chocolate, so that's difficult if you're a chocoholic, but you know, I enjoy it more if I just have a little bit here and there. And I eat just dark chocolate now, which is much better for me. So I have to name two, I'm sorry. Hot sauce. I love it in all its various forms. Sriracha. I like Tabasco. I like Cholula. I like Valentina is my favorite. Cheap hot sauce. So yeah, hot sauce and chocolate. My favorite quotes come from an author by the name of Tom Robbins. But Tom Robbins is kind of like a hippie philosopher. Really funny, interesting. He has really, really cool views on the world, and I'll name a couple of quotes from him that I live my life by. One I really live by, and I've lived by for a while. When we're incomplete, oh, and it's from my favorite book, Still Life with Woodpecker. You totally need to check it out if you haven't read it yet. Very, very interesting, funny, well-written, philosophical book about love and making it stay. The quote is, "When we're incomplete, we're always searching for somebody to complete us. When after a few years or a few months of a relationship, we find that we're still unfulfilled, we blame our partners and take up with somebody more promising. This can go on and on, serious polygamy, until we admit that while a partner can add sweet dimensions to our lives, we, each of us, are responsible for our own fulfillment. Nobody else can provide it for us, and to believe otherwise is to delude ourselves dangerously and to program for eventual failure every relationship we enter." Oh, and another one. There are many things worth living for, a few things worth dying for, and nothing worth killing for. I really like that one. And of course, Jane Eyre is my favorite book of all time by Charlotte Bronte, and I totally live by this quote from that book. "I am no bird, and no net ensnares me. I am a free human being with an independent will." I've read that book probably at least 4 or 5 times, not even kidding, and I probably will reread it again. One of my favorite writers, Graham Greene, not the actor from Dances with Wolves, but the writer. I know they have the same name. "Writing is a form of therapy. Sometimes I wonder how all those who do not write, compose, or paint can manage to escape the madness, melancholia, the panic, and fear which is inherent in the human situation." What do you like and dislike about the YouTube community? Say the benefits far outweigh the negatives as far as the YouTube community goes. I think some people tear each other down on here, especially when people are trying to support each other and have fun, and this is a hobby for people. People enjoy it. I really hate like the dislike button and the like button. I would take it off my videos, but I don't want people to think that there's something that I'm trying to hide on my videos, so that's why I leave it up. But I feel like people use those buttons way too often in a negative way. The only reason I would ever dislike a video is if somebody's being incredibly rude and disrespectful. That would be the only reason I would ever dislike a video. If I honestly don't want to watch a video, I just click out and go to the next video. I wouldn't hurt somebody's feelings by leaving a dislike comment. If you want to leave me a comment to help me improve my channel or improve my videos, that's great, and I will always leave those comments up. So I'd much rather people leave me a comment than just use the thumbs down and thumbs up buttons, if that makes sense. I would take it off my videos, but I don't want people to think that there's something that I'm trying to hide on my videos, so that's why I leave it up. But I feel like people use those buttons way too often in a negative way. The only reason I would ever dislike a video is if somebody's being incredibly rude and disrespectful. That would be the only reason I would ever dislike a video. If I honestly don't want to watch a video, I just click out and go to the next video. I wouldn't hurt somebody's feelings by leaving a dislike comment or a dislike thumbs down. I'm all for constructive criticism though. If you want to leave me a comment to help me improve my channel or improve my videos, that's great, and I will always leave those comments up. So I'd much rather people leave me a comment than just use the thumbs down and thumbs up buttons, if that makes sense. So I don't like that about the YouTube community, and but overall I've made so many amazing friends here. It's opened up so many opportunities for me. I've learned so much about makeup, and you know, we start out being here for makeup, but we make so many great friends, and we learn so much about life, and it's just so fun to share things with people from all over the world and get to learn about different people. I wouldn't let a few haters or negative people get me down or make me quit making videos, because then they've won, you know, like they they have achieved what they've set out to achieve, and you know, you're the one that suffers if you give in to them. So what's your number one most listened to song on iTunes? Let me check just a second. I'm not going to go off my actual iTunes because I switched from a different computer to this laptop when my computer totally exploded a couple years back. So my Last FM actually keeps track of my most listened to songs, and I'll link my Last FM page in the down bar if you guys want to check that out, or if you're on there and want to add me as a friend. When people talk about punk music or they talk about alternative music in the 90s and 80s, a lot of people overlook the throwing muses. It makes me sad. Like, nobody talks about Kristen Hirsch, so definitely check out her music. She's still touring today. She still does solo work. Occasionally she'll reform Throwing Muses and they'll do tours. Definitely check them out. Amazing music. She has such surreal lyrics, and that song in particular, Pearl, is my absolute favorite song ever, just because the rhythm in it, the passion of the lyrics, how surreal it is. It's a piece of artwork. What kind of style would you define yourself as having? I don't really have a particular style. I like to wear comfortable clothing. I like to be able to do whatever I want to and not worry about my shirt riding up or feeling uncomfortable, because I think when you're uncomfortable you don't feel sexy or attractive. I love skirts in the summer. I don't wear shorts. I hate shorts. I think they just look really bad on me. I like to be feminine, but I like to have a little bit of masculinity or a little bit of androgyny to my clothing. I don't like to be super girly in my clothing all the time. If I wear a feminine piece, I like to mix it with a more masculine piece, or like a button-up shirt on top of a dress. Love boots. I could wear boots every day if the weather permitted. Absolutely love them and how they look, and especially like riding boots, like the knee-high boots. That's my dream, to get a pair of go-go boots, actually. If I could find some that were non-leather, I would totally be on board for that. And I am very much a thrifter. I don't like to buy new clothing because I think it limits your style sometimes. And of course I like to recycle, so I think when you thrift, you end up having more individual style than if you just buy whatever's new in the store. Favorite number? I don't think I have a favorite number, really. 2 hobbies? Makeup? I know that's like a cop-out, but that's a really big hobby of mine. And writing. I really like to write a lot. I'm really glad I started up my blog again, because I wasn't writing for a while and I felt kind of incomplete. I used to write for a blog called Vintage Rock for about 5 years, and I miss it sometimes, but I felt like I needed to move on from that and try something different. And interests change, things change, so I like being able to write about everything I'm interested in, not just one area, because I feel like that kind of made me stagnate a little bit. But yeah, writing and makeup. 2 pet peeves. I hate tailgaters. People that just have to be right on you when you're driving your car. That's so dangerous and so annoying, and it just, everything about it annoys me. Socks with sandals. I hate socks with sandals. My husband wears socks with sandals and I hate it. I tell him to stop and he won't listen to me, and it's like, drives me insane. Or when he wears socks and his big ugly black clunky shoes with his shorts. Oh, it just looks so horrible. I hate it. Guilty pleasure. Probably America's Next Top Model. Like, I'm not proud to admit I like that show, but it makes me feel better about my own life. And I just realize, like, it gives me perspective about my own body image and makes me realize, like, how shallow some of those girls can be. I don't know. And it's hilarious. It's funny, and I do like fashion, so I enjoy that about it. But Tyra cracks me up, and just the drama that goes on in that show. Especially like that girl Bree from that show where someone stole her granola bars or something, and then it escalated into this huge dramatic war. That was hilarious. And that's like girl politics sometimes that happens. So I'll tag a bunch of people in the down bar if you want to do this tag. And thanks again, Avery, for tagging me. I really liked yours too. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.